guys, Darren here. Thanks for joining the Stock Option Market Weekly Update for the week of November 25th, 2024. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And today we're going to talk about where we are in the S&P 500 year to date, up 25%, and how the sectors have performed in each of the different segments. And we're going to touch on interest rates, the economic data, the news that's coming out, and then we're going to jump into the live trades on the option trading platform. Before we get started, be sure and hit that like and subscribe button down below. Let's get this video up to 100 likes and out to as many people as possible. Also, be sure and download the free options workshop in the link below. It talks about the two main benefits of trading options over buying stocks outright. Okay, guys, here's the 5-day chart on the S&P 500, and we were up. We started the week at 58.70, and we were up to 59.69. So up about 1.65% last week. And then year to date, we are up 25%. So we are up big year to date. We started the year at 47.43. And the forward PE now is 22, and that's quite a bit above the 10-year average of 18. And the different sectors, how they performed in the last 5 days, as you can see, because we were up 1.68% on the S&P, everything was pretty much up last week. It looks like most of them were up around 2%. And then year to date, we've still got communication services up big, and financials are up really big this year as well as utilities. As far as the economic data that's coming out this week, on the 26th, not too much. On Wednesday, the 27th, we've got the PCE 0.2 is expected, 0.2%, and year over year 2.3. So we're getting down closer to that 2% that the Fed and everybody's looking for. And then and then Friday, nothing. So on Thursday, we've got the holiday. So yeah, happy Thanksgiving. And then last week's reports, what did we have last week? Not too much. We had jobs, 220,000. Yeah, nothing really alarming last week. Everything was as expected. And then keep in mind, on that high PE ratio, we've got the fear and greed index up at 61. So with this move up and being 25% up year to date, we've got to be careful about getting too long the market. That's when everybody gets that FOMO and fear of missing out, but we're almost due for a pullback. As far as interest rates, there is a 52% chance that there's a cut of a quarter point on December 18th. And that's come down. There was a higher percentage chance, but now it's almost 50-50, 47% chance that we stay where we're at the 4.5 to 4 3/4. So let's jump into the trades on the Tasty Trade option trading platform. I use Tasty Trade and Moomoo. There's links down below and benefits if you join through the link. We'll start out with crude oil. I've been trading that, and it says I'm down, but this is because it's Sunday and the market is closed right now, and it's illiquid when the futures aren't trading. So we've got the 67.66 put credit spread and 64.63 put credit spread. We've done really well in crude. I did a video on this, but anytime it gets down to that $70 range, then I look to go long. And you can see on the charts here, I've got the RSI down below, and it's right about in the middle. But this is a year-to-date chart, and you can see it's down at the lows pretty much, but it just had kind of a move up. So we've been doing really well in the crude recently. Just in the last 30 days, I think we've oh, you know what? It's not showing correctly because the futures are off, but interesting. But we've made, I know, $372 in the last 30 days in crude. But yeah, these numbers are off. And if you go and look at the bid-ask spread, I don't know, maybe Tasty Trade's working on it. I'm not sure what they're doing, but the spreads are really wide right now. If we tried to sell a credit spread, 230, and then look at this, $1.19 debit, 460 credit. So those are, and from 73 cents to $5. So yeah, when the markets are closed, the crude oil, we can't really look at the numbers. So, but it's done really well. AMD is another one. We are long AMD. 138 is the current price, and IBR is 15. And AMD, we've done well in as well over the last 30 days. I think we've made, yeah, over $1,000, 1,091 just in the last 30 days. And I did a video on this on a leaps and poor man's covered call strategy. And that's what I'm doing now. You can see here, I bought the 130 last week, and I sold a weekly option against the 145. And look, we've already made $91 on that 145 because we stayed in this range. But if you look at the chart, we're down low and at the lower end of the RSI. And AMD, my target price for AMD is way up there at like $200, you know, the 1 year target. And, you know, they're a leader in AI right behind Nvidia. And I love this strategy. So check out that video on the poor man's covered call. Avago, Broadcom, another one, similar semi-stock, just like AMD. And because it's down right now a little bit, and my target is much higher than the 164. What is my target? My target's 180. So it's quite a bit, it's a little bit higher, but IBR is 49. So that's why I'm looking to do a sell a put credit spread. So we sell premium and high IBR, and we can collect 1/3 the width of this strike. So in 26 days, I'm looking to collect $328. I've got it placed right now as a placeholder, good till canceled for Monday morning tomorrow, and I'll look to put that on and collect like $3.30, about 1/3 the width of the strike in Broadcom, and then we'll be able to move. We're already at 164, so as long as we finish above 160 in the next 26 days, we'll make $330. And you can see it's had a bit of a pullback, so that's why I like it. Coin 270. I sold my calls. You know, there's been big moves. I should have hung on to them, but Coin is, you know, with the new administration coming in, everybody's bullish on crypto and Coin, and it's at the higher end of the range right now. But I'm still long with the puts. We had that halving. I'm going to do a video coming out in crypto as well. But I'm long the put spread. If we go to the trade and we hit on curve and analysis, we can see as long as we stay above this short strike of 270, then we're going to profit and make, you can see P&L at expiration right there of $834. And that's what I'm looking to do in Coin. And then DraftKings, we've got 2 leaps options with calls, monthly calls sold against it. You know what I may do next time is do weeklies in one and monthlies in the other, and then kind of see how it plays out and compare the two. But DraftKings, we've done really well over the last year in DraftKings, over $4,000 in the last 365 days, just alone in DraftKings playing this poor man's covered call. And that's where you know, we can make huge, you know, over 100% returns with these poor man cover calls strategies, as long as we collect that monthly premium and the stock slowly moves up over time. But my target is at 43 right now. I did have a move up, and it's at the upper end, but my target's really around 50 over the next year. So I think DraftKings and online gaming is still going to do really well. ELF has a pretty high IVR, and I've got 2 put credit spreads, one at 120, 110, $10 wide, and one $5 wide, 115, 110. And then you can see we're right here at 126. And as long as we stay above that 120, we collect the full, looks like $505 left to collect until expiration in 26 days. We're right in the middle, but we're at the lower end as well. And ELF has great fundamentals as well. If we go here and we look at research, we look at financials, we can go annual. We can see the income statement. Look at that revenue versus net income, and look at the balance sheet. That's assets and liabilities, but they're doing really well. So I like that put credit spread in ELF. Gold has been, it's kind of at the upper end of the range, as you'll see here, and right in the middle here, but 249 and 70 IVR. So I'm expecting it to continue to trade in this range. I don't know. It's a little bit high. It may come down. But if you can see, we've got iron condors on, and you can see the profit zone there. We're right in the middle of it, and we can collect, it looks like $691 in the next 26 days, as long as we stay within that range. So a lot of premium left to collect, and we've already collected 196 on these December chains. But you can see I've got two on the call side, yeah, two tranches of gold. And the reason I like the iron condors, the range bound, and then IVR is very high right now, so we can collect good premium. Home Depot I put on after earnings trade, and 400 because it had a big drop. So I figured, hey, it's not going to drop that much more, and it's not going to go up that much more after earnings because of the reason for the drop. So if you look, we're right in the middle of the range. It's working out pretty good. We've made 90 bucks so far, and we've got more to make. Let's see, yeah, another, wow, 355 bucks that we can make trading that $10 wide iron condor. So we'll make pretty good premium on that as long as it stays in that range. And I think with the interest rates coming down, it should help housing, and housing does well, Home Depot does well as well. IWM small caps should do well with less regulation with the new administration coming in. 230 to 220 put spread, and then 245, 255. So we've got an iron condor range bound right in the middle of it, profit zone wise. And yeah, I've just got one tranche on right now, just kind of sitting steady, but good IV rank 28. I did a video on a leaps, a poor man's covered call strategy in the Qs, but their Qs are at highs right now. Maybe it's I'm waiting for a pullback, but wow, looks like IWM is up quite a bit as well. So I was thinking maybe doing it on that. But L3 Harris is another one, defense stock, and Lockheed Martin, both same situation. They've had a little bit of a pullback, and you can see bottom of the RSI, the pullback, but defense spending is going to increase with the new administration coming in. So Lockheed Martin and L3 should do really well. So you can see I've got put credit spreads, two tranches on in Lockheed. So Lockheed, similar type chart. Let me look at the chart in L3. Yeah, very similar pullbacks, but I'm not sure why they're down, but I like put credit spreads going long in both of these stocks, and I think we've done pretty well in both of them. Actually, you know what? Let's go back real quick and look. I forgot to look at how we've done in some of these, but gold just over. The numbers are all off because the market's closed. But anyway, yeah, we've made more than that in the last 30 days. But let's look at L3. L3 Harris, we've made, looks like 100 bucks in the last 30 days, and over the last year we've done pretty well. Yeah, 1,429, and Lockheed Martin we've done well in as well. And again, if you go to the curve mode, you can see as long as we move up, we're going to be profitable. We're just not in the profit zone. We're at 542, so we're right at the break even on Lockheed Martin, close to it. Micron, another one, 95-100, or actually the 95-85 put credit spread, and 190. We've got two tranches of those, so we're really long Micron. We've got good IVR. That's why I've got the put credit spreads on. Another one that I'm going to consider is that poor man's covered call in Micron, putting that on and selling calls against it as it goes up, because you can see it's down quite a bit near the lows, 102. My target for Micron is much higher. I think it's like 170, 180. I've got 160 written down, but it's conservative. Micron is going to do great, I think, going forward. Super solid. I like the fact that it is down and it's oversold right now. And earnings coming out on 12/18, so that is before this. So none of this premium is probably going to come in until after earnings. But again, if it's not good, which I think it's going to be good, and these are all going to jump and go in the profit range. But if for some reason it doesn't, then I just roll from December to January and collect additional premium and wait for it to move up. But I'm pretty sure it's going to look pretty good, but we'll find out. Do your own research as well. Nvidia is another one, 135, 125 put credit spread. We're at 141 right now, so we've got that profit zone. We're in the profit zone now. We've done well in Nvidia. I know just over the last 30 days we've done pretty good. They've got the numbers right. Yeah, 793 in the last 30 days, so I'm doing pretty good in Nvidia. And then let's move this over. The Qs, yeah, we've got the iron condor on there, right in the middle of the range. And technology's up right now. Where are we on the RSI? Yeah, a little bit above the average there on the Qs. Sofi has done really well. Big move up, so I sold completely out. I've only got one tranche on. I'm waiting for a pullback in Sofi right now, and it has not come yet. But just in the last 30 days, we've got 4,450 bucks that we made. So that's where I sold. I had like 12 or 13 of those leaps options, and those just went up tremendously. So we made huge gains in those. Ulta, 30. We've got to put credit spread on. High IVR at 74. They've got earnings coming up on 12.5. So until then, nothing's probably going to happen. But they're way down and at the lower end of the RSI, way below. And this is a big. I know Buffett is invested, but great. Again, look at the financials, the revenue and the income statement and the balance sheet. Everything is solid. And Ulta, I'm not sure why it's down so much, but health and beauty is going to, I think, continue to do well. I know my girls, my kids and my wife, I don't know that they use Ulta so much, but they're not going to, they use makeup. X is another one. I did a video on this one, check it out, but super high volatility, almost 100. And one thing I didn't cover in that video, I'll be honest with you, and I looked into it later, because really sometimes when something's this high and it can have that big a move, I don't really care too much about what the factors are. But we can go from 30 to 50 and be profitable. And if you look at the chart, that puts us up here. So we haven't even hit that in the last year. And then 30, we've just touched it here once this year, but I don't know. But they are being acquired by Nippon in Japan, and the DOJ, Department of Justice, is the one, I guess, that has to approve or disapprove of that acquisition, and we're waiting on that. So that can, I guess, if it does get approved, the stock can go up. I don't know. It doesn't mean anything. If it does or doesn't get approved, it can either move up or down. But I think the general consensus is if it doesn't get approved, it would move down. If it does, it would move up. But again, it could do the opposite, just like earnings. And but for it to move outside that range, that's why I'm playing both sides, and I'm kind of right in the middle of it. But there's so much premium and range that my bet is that, even if it is announced within this time, they may not make a ruling, and then all that premium will come in as time goes on. This is the theta decay, and it's basically $48 per day that it's gonna that's gonna come in over the next 26 days, and it's gonna increase as time goes on. But a lot of money to be made there, and I think even if there is a decision made, that it may stay within that range. All right, last one, ExxonMobil, Iron Condor, we're right in the middle, 121. All right, guys, I put a link down below for the free options workshop. Be sure and grab that. Also, remember to hit that like and subscribe button down below if you haven't already. And let me know what you're trading. Any comments that you have, I want to hear what you're trading, what sectors, what stocks. And any questions that you have, I answer every one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.